about living with inner happiness and harmoniously living with others. And that's very common of our day-to-day living with the help of holistic inner science. You know the medical definition of health, it says that you got to be physically, mentally and spiritually healthy, then only you are considered healthy. So physically we know, we are very well aware of it. Mentally it is with regards to psychological, intellectual, emotional and social. Social, what we mean by social, our collective living needs to be healthy. We will try to see, okay, there we go. Diversity in the human, we are born, so we are connected with the family, and naturally our life begins, the journey begins. We are identified by our family because our parents are connected to the country. We have an identification with the country, so we are citizens, being one of them. We have family, friends, neighbors. Then when we grow old, we become professional. So I have connection with boss, subordinates, colleagues. And we are all religious. Every human is religious. If he says I am not religious, that is his religion. So we have masters, we have disciples and friends. And my relations truly constitute my world. About relations. People with whom we interact, that is where some give and take aspect take place. And that is where there is expectations also on either side. Do you all agree? Yes, very much. And life is nothing but dealing with these relations only. You know, we have 7+ billion population, and definitely we are never going to interact with them anytime in this world. But all these relations what we explain, your family, profession, friends, neighbors and religious, that is what we come across, and they constitute our interaction, our relations. A wonderful holistic revelation is here that wherever there is eye-to-eye contact, there is a relation. So if we take this as a basis, then we know that we never interact with all these 7+ billion people of this world. So we don't have to worry about them. Although we have all these channels, CNN and other news channels, they show a lot of things happening in the world, but just don't worry about it. It's not going to happen to us. Not necessarily. So it is said that life is a natural business of giving and taking, of happiness or unhappiness. That is, both are considered suffering. And there is no escape for anyone. We will try to see these differences. If we want to see ourselves, where can we see? We can only see ourselves in the mirror. And no two individuals are alike. They don't look alike, they don't believe the same, they live differently. What is the reason? Here also a wonderful revelation is there that every individual occupies a space and no two individuals occupy the same space at the same time, due to which there is a difference in their looks, in their belief, in their living. That's why the fingerprints are also different. We have a unique identity. That's how people always, what they say, biometrics. They want to identify us, and we have to go through that process. Viewpoints always differ. We all experience at our home itself, familial level, that there are a variety of beliefs, and we have to live with it. And because there is difference in thinking, there is difference in living. Now, how to communicate and live happily in such diverse society? We're not talking about the society. At home itself, this diversity is there. So now, these diverse beliefs are at the level of intellectual, academic, religious, country, economical, social, caste, creed, gender, likes, dislikes. This is the diversity of the human society. And basically there are two aspects of human life. One is I be happy myself and how I coexist harmoniously with others. These two are the basic aspects of our life. One more important thing is we feel that we have a lot of independence, we have free will. But truly speaking, we are all conditioned. And it is said that we are radically conditioned, that we will see how we are conditioned. Because the way we think, the way we live, it is our upbringing that makes us, that conditions us, and due to which we have to really understand. And remember, everyone is a custom-built individual. That individual is scientific. That's why we talk about the holistic science, and they are all natural. Do we consider, do you all consider that we are all natural?
Yes.
We are all natural beings, or we are unnatural beings? Everything that is living is natural. Yes or no? I hope you can openly communicate, there's no problem. I'm not going to prove yourself right or wrong, but we need to understand. And that's how are we going to live happily and live harmoniously in such a society. We will try to see one more revelation. Our body is considered the time. Our body is considered as time. We have to learn to manage time. That means we have to learn to manage our body. Because let's take a very small example. If I'm upset and having serious headache, I tell everyone, please don't disturb me for 2 hours. I've taken Tylenol and I need rest. People at home or anywhere, they will say, okay, you are upset, you're not well, take your time. How am I supposed to get rid of my head? In the sense, this body is there with me 24/7. And if I don't know how to deal with this body, then there is no way I can handle anyone else. So we end up complaining that this guy is not good, that guy is not good, but no. I am not able to handle myself, my own body. That's why I am not able to handle anyone else. But we always end up complaining. And living with our body is the greatest art we need to learn. And then we can live with anyone else. It is said that time is the solution for every problem. Truly means this: if I have known to handle this body, I can handle anyone. Anyone. So, what is the importance is understand this body. And when you understand this body, I understand the world. The reason is, this world exists for me. I say that, oh, the world I see is the world outside. No, but without Deepakanand, that's what is my name, it is connected with this body. Can I experience any world? Does any world exist for me without Deepakanand? So ask yourself, whatever is your name, can any world exist without your body. So truly, body is our work.
What?
Sorry. Sorry for that. So, the universe is our body. The world is our body. That's a wonderful revelation, and this will stop all of our complaints that if I really am complaining anything outside, I have problem with me, with my body only, with this world. So it is said in the Shastras, Pinde so Brahmande, Pinde so Brahmande, Brahmande so Pinde. That's what it is said. Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande. Swamiji, correct? Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. As is the body, so is the universe. As is the universe, so is the body. So know your body. Know your body. And it is said that why we should know this human body. What is the importance of this human body? You know, it is said that the shape of the universe is the shape of the body, man, something standing like this. That's what is shown here. So if we know this body, then we have known everything. So another Vedic revelation, it's a word of caution. You are whole and soul responsible for yourself. You know, at times we keep complaining others that he is doing this, she is doing that. No, इसीलिए कहा है सभी उपाधि का कारण तुम खुद ही हो. And we keep pointing fingers at others. And also we know that, oh, 3 fingers are pointing at me. But I am not bothered about that. I focus on outside only. And that is why, that is the reason I am the maker of my destiny. Nobody has made or programmed anything for me. It is only me, I am responsible for myself. So, you know the best thing? Is it okay to speak in English or Hindi only or whatever it is? What is it? Somebody?
You can speak English.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I mean, whatever is okay. Because I think this,
Maybe
this
between you
yeah,
can-
this younger people maybe they will not understand.
Yeah,
Hindi,
English
that's
will be
why.
better. probably.
So the idea is, I am the maker of my own destiny. So let's go further. What is this holistic science? It is not anything different. It is not anything new, but it is at the core of every religion. Every religion. It has answers to every question of any or every individual. Knowing this science, one continues to profess to follow his own religion, but with a great experience of bliss by being one with everyone. This is what we are all struggling. And every master, every guru, every saint wants to teach us the same thing. Remove all the discrimination, remove all partiality, become impartial, become universal, become one. But how is it possible? How is that possible? So, holistic inner science really makes you impartial with one and all. Let us see the practical scenario of life. Life is considered nothing but suffering. What it means? Passing of one suffering to another. I was thirsty, so I drank water. The suffering went. Everything, nothing but one suffering, so one circumstance, one situation to the other situation. And what is the bottom line of every situation is nothing but suffering. That could be happiness or unhappiness. We will try to see the typical milestone of our life. We are born. I didn't know what does Deepakanand mean, but everyone who came to my cradle where I was lying, I was made to lie there, and everyone bombarded me with that name, Deepakanand, Deepakanand, Deepakanand. For me, what was it? It was some crazy sound But that created a psychology in me that Deepakanand, that word relates to me. Because everyone who came to me just bombarded me with that word. It was nothing but a funny sound, I will say. But eventually it came up as my name. I asked one young boy, I said, come on, let us change your name. He said, no. And you know, parents, they struggle so much naming the child. Don't we do that? At times there is fight between husband and wife, father and mother, what name we should give for the child. And finally, whatever is the name given, that creates such a psychology to that individual. He or she doesn't want to change her or his name any time in their life. So we are so much connected with our name, so with our body. Typical milestone we know: birth, schooling, college, job, marriage, children's marriage, new married life. Why new married life? Because most of the time, kids, they go out, they don't be with their parents. So now they are the couple, the husband and wife, are starting a new life because now children were there, they had to live for the children, but the children have gone out, so now they have to live for themselves. It's a very critical and serious condition, but this is the reality of life. And then they switch on to religious following. Although they were religious all these years, but they had focus on their children, on their family. But now they think that now we are done with all major our responsibilities. Now we'll focus on some religious activities, spirituality. Retirement, and of all the things, they have to babysit. Everyone had to pass through that. Grandchildren, it's love to be with the grandchildren. That's a good time pass. Everything is fine. And grandchildren married, and then finally death. What have I achieved in life? This is the cycle of life. So if we know something which is more than what we know, then it will make our life successful. Okay, typically when we leave our body with this body is considered as an effective body. It is called Karya Sharir. In this body or through this body, I experience my life. Happiness, suffering, everything through this body. This body has a lifespan. While living in this body, I accept certain things that happen, I don't accept certain things. And what is that I, who I believe myself as, I am Deepakanand. The name which was given to me for identification, I start believing myself as I am Deepakanand. This is my stuff. I am separate from this when I say anything with the word mine. But with the body, I say it is my body, I say it is my name, but I don't experience that separateness with others. I say my parents, my house, my heart. But with the body, I don't feel that separation. With other things, I experience separation. So, unless I know there is the real truth, the absolute truth, the knowledge of self, then only we can come out of this. Due to which, living I as name, body being bundle of karmic results, effect of the previous causes, I start believing I am happy, I am unhappy. Due to which I project myself as a creator in my ignorant state, believing I as the name that I am. While living with this projection, I create a causal body. What it means, I create my own karma. I am creating my destiny now. While living the effect of the previous projection, the electrical body that assists in all the movements, our physical and inside movement, it is called Sukshma Sharir. These are the three bodies that constitute our physical body. And when a person dies, then the physical body remains here along with the soul, the electrical and current sharir, the causal body lives, and depending on the causes, the way I have lived my life, not by doing, but by projecting. What I do is not karma. It is karma, result of karma. But while doing those activities, what I am inside causes the projection. This is the subtleness of the karma. A new karma is caused is not by virtue of any activity, visible activity. It is through my inner bhav, my inner feeling, my inner attitude. And those causes, so while living in this effective body, I am causing myself a new projection, a new body, a new destiny, and this causes an effect. Effect and causes never ends because of the inside ignorance. We will just try to see some certain things. What kind of causal body gets created? I live my life with an intention that I give my happiness to others. Then the kind of causal body that gets created, I am born as angel. Swarg mein jaate hai. If I live my life with tension, stress, so in that condition, whatever is the nature of causal body that gets created, I go to animals or plants. And if I live in such a way I hurt others for my happiness, then I go to hell. If I live in such a way that I enjoy my own karma, what that belongs to me, I don't peep in others' business, then I come back to humanity. There is no escape beyond this. Unless you know who you are really, you cannot free yourself from that ignorance by yourself. Just now those 5-6 mantras what the boy explained meant that. In that ignorant state, I use my senses and believe that I am seeing, I am hearing, I am talking. So with that ignorance, I cannot know myself. I need someone whose perceptions are beyond the 5 senses, beyond the body, beyond the speech. And when I am graced with that vision, which is called the third eye, that is the eye of wisdom, eye of knowledge. When that opens, although I live my life with these eyes, I am not influenced by these eyes, but I am always under the influence of the third eye. And that is where I live with wisdom. So we will just try to understand the working of this body. The outside physical body and the speech is what we can see. Inside our mind is that thinks based on the 5 senses, information what we receive. Intellect is the one which sees, perceives, and evaluates and make a decision. And based on that decision, the ego signs. In the sense, I'll give you one wonderful example. Sitting here, I needed water. But imagine you want to drink water. In the sense, your touch sense in your tummy says that I am thirsty. So immediately with that sense information, you will get a thought, I want to drink water. Now immediately your reflective consciousness, we call as chit, will know that previously you have known that, oh, either the water is there in your heart or it is there in somewhere in this premises, but it is not there with you. So your intellect now evaluates this information of the mind and the reflective consciousness and says, oh, such a wonderful conversation is going on. It's not important to drink water now. Let us listen. So he decides, never mind, you can drink water afterwards. The ego signs and you continue sitting here listening to the conversation. After a while, again you get a thought, now because you're really thirsty. So now, same thing goes, but now the intellect and the reflective consciousness also shows you someone who had kidney stone pain, because that happens when you don't drink water when you're supposed to drink water. So now the evaluation of the intellect is something different. It says it's serious matter. You better go and drink water. So now what's going to happen with this decision, your ego will say, I have to go there and drink water. So they excuse me. Water and come. And that's how you go, and every activity in our body, this situation takes place. Irrespective of the activity, it's not which activity, all activity passes through this basic operation. So, with this we'll try to see, we come across, I'll give you a very common example. I like Swamiji's dress. What I am wearing is very common. When I look, my belief changes that I should wear like Swamiji's dress only. Very impressive. You can take from your example, you look at someone and you see the dress and you feel like, buy. Next time when I go, I'll buy that kind of a dress. So what is it? My opinion was to wear this kind of dress. That's why I was going on with this kind of dress. But when I saw Swamiji, my opinion changed. And with that change of opinion, my mind has changed. And due to the change of opinion, change of mind, my opinion changed, and inside I said, next time I'll buy that kind of a dress. Now what is that? So opinion is the foul language. When I express my opinion through words, through language, a new mind is formed, a new opinion is formed. So next time I will not look for this kind of clothes. I'll stick to that kind of clothes. Now, with this simple example, we can understand every happening of our life. How a new causal mind is formed. Conception is at the level of mind. Jaisi Manyata Vaisa Jivan. So it is very important to know your mind. We will understand the family, what it means. If I understand my mind, I can understand the mind of the people who I live with, and if I am good at that, then I know the world. So this is the importance that when we say, you will attend, there is some word on samadhi that had come up. Here samadhi means balance at the level of mind. I know to handle and manage my mind. I can manage other person's mind with whom I live. And definitely then I can manage the mind of anyone. But this is the basic thing that goes on within our body. So what is the goal of my life now? Looking at this scenario, my immediate goal is happiness. Handle all relations, communicate positively through holistic inner science with that inner understanding, and free myself from their obligations. And definitely the final goal is experience that bliss, total freedom and lasting happiness. Now, science of accomplishing whatever I want to do, I decide and it happens. Everything in our life that has happened is out of our own decision. I give a very brief example. You guys have a lot of clothes. With Swami, we don't have many clothes. So one young boy told me, Uncle, why are you wearing the same dress every day? I told him, you know, the way you go to school, and of course here you don't have a uniform, but in India you have a uniform. So whenever you go to school, you wear that uniform. So this is my uniform. And that's all I have to wear because I am all-time Swami. So what is the idea? You decided those clothes to wear, and that's how you wear those clothes today. You have glasses of different color, you have shoes of different color, different type. So whatever you decide, it has happened. Now, one more thing. All these places, wherever you are sitting now, you decided to sit there. That's why you are there. Now also if you change your mind, oh, I'm not able to see properly. This pillar is coming in the way. You will change your place. So, if you decide, it happens. If you don't decide, it doesn't happen. So decision play a very vital role in our life for anything to happen. You name the activity, it is a result of our decision only. Our decision, the ace card of that decision is played by me. So I cannot give any reason, any excuse. You did like this, that's why I did this. You did like that, that's why I did this. No. It's a very wrong argument, wrong justification. Because the ace card of the doing that was decided and played by me. So this is the secret science of happening. Principle of learning is as you see, so you learn. I saw Swamiji's dress, I liked it, it happened. So I saw a doctor, I saw his light, I wanted to become a doctor. Everything happens because you see, you get impressed, you decide, and things happen. These kids, they watch the parents all the time. That's why he said, any kid who comes out good, they will say, I want to know the parents. Because this is the nurturing the parents have done. I need to see that. That's how. As you see, so you learn. So, here we try to understand that actually seeing relates to understanding. And learning, it will ultimately help us to behave that way. Dekho or seeko. That's why we go to school, that's why we go to college, our parents tell us, be in company of good people, because then you will see all those good things, you will learn those good things, and that's how you will live in a better way. These are some of the 9 different ways where I commit mistake, and I would like to change from inside. Let's see that. I deal in such a way that other person's ego get hurt. It just so happened. Pressure of situation, whatever I may say, but if someone's ego get hurt, even if I tell someone, hey, come on, shut up, don't interrupt, the ego gets hurt. So here, whenever I happen to behave that way outside, because remember, it is the effective body that behaves like this. Because of my belief, previous belief, that's how I should live my life. And I'm living that thing effectively today. But when I'm vigilant, I'm cautious, I observe myself and see, oh, I have hurt this person's ego. That was wrong. So I decide inside, I should not hurt anybody's ego. And I'm sorry for that. So I have taken care of this first diamond. The second diamond says, everyone has the right to follow their religion. I cannot say anybody's religion is wrong. So, by chance, if I hurt anybody's religious belief, I should correct myself from inside and decide I will never do it like that. I have no right to hurt any spiritual leader or monk or nun, because every religion have their own religious heads and people, they are the guides. So it's like, I'm in the college, I have my own teachers. But the primary and nursery kids, they have their own teacher. Then what these guys teach them? No. At their level, I needed the same teacher. Now that I've gone higher, I cannot insult those teachers or talk negative about them. So this is where I commit mistake, I correct from inside. I cannot have any dislike or hatred towards anyone. The reason is because I become little better than others, I start disliking others. Because I feel I am better than them. No, I was also like that. So if I have become one step ahead of others, I have no right to dislike them. And at the same time, difference between dislike and hatred is you don't want to see that person. You don't like the existence of the person. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. You have no right. At times, even in our conversation, interaction, we say, I hate you. That's a very dangerous thing. You should never say that. Never say that. I At times I hurt others through my speech, so I should correct him from inside. Same thing, remain honest to your spouse. Being married, because your basic family depends on your relation as husband and wife. So never be dishonest to your spouse. Eat balanced, wholesome diet. All problems related to health is connected with wrong food habit. So as far as possible, don't eat the processed food. Use all the food that is prepared at home because the best care is taken. We have no right to hurt any living or dead. At times, if somebody is not present, we talk negative about that person. That is also not right because whatever I talk negative, whether that person is living or dead, it reaches that person. That's where I am causing trouble for myself because whatever that goes out from here, it will come back for settlement to me only. Whatever is caused gets affected here only. And I should live with such humility and discrimination-free understanding that I live happily with everyone. Now basically all these 9 things are covered by my decision that I don't want to hurt anyone through my thoughts, through my speech and through my action. If I just decide this every morning, then my life would be a very different one. The reason, we know that I want to keep my clothes neat and clean. We know we have to keep our kitchen neat and clean. We know we have to keep our house neat and clean. So every time you see anything, then you just pick and put in the trash. Same thing over